Hi everyone, something a little bit different today. This video is all about how to get things done and how to concentrate and how to stay focused. So I hope that you find it useful, and here are my top 5 tips. Now, lots of people ask me how to juggle lots of different things that you've got going on in your life, and I've always got loads of stuff going on. I'm always taking on new commitments. I probably take on a little bit too much, if truth be known, but I like to be challenged and I like to be busy, so that's absolutely fine. But there's quite a skill, I think, to juggling different things in your life. So maybe you've got a day job, or you go to school or college, and there's something else that you want to do that clashes with what you do during the day. So it might be that you want to write books or compose music or practice your singing. I think that it's all about time management and working out what's really important to you and setting aside a certain amount of time every day to do that thing. So whether it's half an hour, whether it's 2 hours, whether it's 6 hours, if it's something that you really want to do and really want to achieve, make sure that you set aside time for that thing every single day. Now, it's quite weird because in the last couple of weeks, as I've been thinking about this whole time management thing, an article came up in the Sunday Times Style magazine, which was really interesting, and it was about a book called The One Thing, and it's kind of a self-help book, I suppose, but they talk about recognising what it is in your life that is your one thing that you desire and that you want to achieve, and then setting aside a block of time every single day where you don't do anything else apart from that one thing. So for me at the moment, I have to finish my MA work for my masters, and I have to write 15,000 words more of a novel. So that is my one thing at the moment, and I found it really, really useful after I kind of skimmed. I bought the book after reading the article, but to be honest, most of the good stuff in the book was in the article. So if you can Google it and find it, then, you know, just do that instead of buying the book. But I skimmed through the book, and then as I've stuck to that and doing those certain amount of hours every day, I've really found that I've managed to do so much more work. Now, the second tip actually ties in with the first tip, because this helps you concentrate and focus for the time that you're doing your one thing every day. And this tip is actually an app. It's a computer app, and it's called the Freedom app. And you download it onto your Mac or your PC. And what it does is it disconnects your computer from the internet for a set amount of time, and you tell it how much time you want to work for. So I've been doing 2 hours religiously, and it means that I can't check my Twitter or my Facebook or go onto YouTube or anything like that. It just means that you do unadulterated work. It's a very simple app, but I just think $10 even for the week that I've used it, and the amount of work that I've got done is totally worth it. So I'd highly recommend that. If you're trying to get any kind of academic work or essays or anything like that done, then definitely have a go with this app. Third tip, and I've been doing this for so long, is earplugs. Now, you might be the type of person that can work with loud music on or the radio, and indeed lots of people find that they can only do work when they have noise, but I'm the kind of person that has to have silence. So if you're like me, then earplugs are completely indispensable. Now, the ones that I've been using that I really like are completely reusable, and they're, I think, by somebody called Alpine. I'm going to look them up on Amazon. I'm going to put a link below. But they've got these little kind of sticks on the end, so you can just kind of pluck them out and pop them back in when you need to. And you don't have to do any of that weird rolling around with your fingers. They're just really easy to use. So I'd really recommend earplugs, and especially these ones, if you find that you get easily distracted by outside noises. Now, my fourth tip is also to do with distractions, and this is going to seem really, really obvious, but take your mobile phone and put it in a different room. You just don't want to be able to hear it at all. I find that as soon as I've got down to any work, somebody will ring and I'll think, I have to take this, it's really important, otherwise I have to call them back later. But actually, you know, if you've got something that's really deadly important, then obviously, you know, you need to plan that into your day. But otherwise, I think just take your phone, put it in another room, close the door, have the sound off, whatever. Just don't have it next to you, because it's so tempting to answer calls or to check your emails and things like that. My fifth and final tip is about trying to stay focused through it. My fifth and final tip is about trying to stay focused, and, you know, when you're kind of flagging when you've been working for quite a few hours, because I work in my office and it's also the spare room, so there's a really comfy bed in here, and most afternoons at about 2 or 3 o'clock I start to feel really, really tired, and it's so tempting just to have a 10-minute nap on the bed, and 10 minutes always turns into an hour. So I've found in the last couple of weeks or so that once I start feeling tired, I get up and I have a good stretch, and most days actually I go for a little bit of a walk, about 40 minutes, and a bit of a speed walk, and it just kind of gets your energy levels back up and you feel a lot more productive when you get back. And also it gives your brain a little bit of a rest, because I sometimes think if you have to focus for too long, especially working on the computer, if you can't get up and go for a walk, then I can highly recommend having a very cool facial spritz, or even just a spritzer full of cold water on your desk, and just blasting yourself with that every 30 seconds, every minute, whatever it needs to keep yourself focused and awake. So there we go. I hope that's been helpful. Sorry to those that have already done their finals and end of year things, and this is kind of quite ill-timed for you, but as I said, I didn't really think about it until the last couple of weeks, and I suppose next year when your exams come around again, you can look back on this video, I'll remind you, and see if you find it useful then. So that's me for now, and I shall see you next time.